Good morning. My name is Evelyn Nguyen. Today I'm going to present Uncle Xavier dog wash business related to due diligence. I am going to explain the specific steps he should undertake in order to start his business. To start a new business, he can be his own boss, achieve his dreams, and enjoy greater flexibility. It also involves hard work, frustrations, and setbacks. Understanding what can go wrong and how these challenges would affect him and his family can help him to decide if he is ready to start a business. Market potential. He must investigate the size of the market, competitors' strengths and weaknesses, its points of difference, and the sustainability of demand for his service. Does he want to set up coin-operated dog wash equipment or grooming spa? What about a dog wash and car wash combo? Capital. He will need enough capital to sustain his business until it begins to break even or consistently return a profit. He could also use financial benchmarking data to find out what funding might be required to start a business. Business plan. This will help him set out clear goals for sales, growth, and expense, or else it can cause a business to lose direction and exceed its budget. Risk analysis. He might be risking his home or the important family access to his family well-being in his present career. Growth. Plan growth carefully to give his business a much greater chance of success. Location. Is there a kennel in his area that could expand and diversify into a dog wash? Does he live near a popular dog park or famously dog-friendly area? Running a business is demanding, thus Uncle Xavier needs to be sure he has the necessary finance, skills, and ambition to succeed. Once he has decided, he is ready to be in business by finding a business that suits his abilities, finance, and goals. Consider industry, business model, national distributor, online supplier, geographic location, ideal customer exposure, potential for growth, distance to travel to and from work, opening hours, how much money he has available to fund the purchase and working capital of the business, coin-operated machines, rent, building updates, supplies, accessory, and more. If he decides to become a franchisee, he needs to check advertisement of business for sale that provides potential business to suit his budget, interests, and goals. The next step is to prepare truly by seeking professional advice, getting his finance in order, and starting to research the business in more detail. Getting thorough professional advice is a vital part of the due diligence process. At the minimum, he will need the service of an accountant to investigate the financial data and operations and a solicitor to investigate any regulatory issues, check license and registrations, and draft a budget agreement. Due diligence gives him access to important and confidential information about business, often within a time period specified in a letter of intent. After he has conducted due diligence and valued the business, it's time to begin negotiations, usually with professional support and business advice. Negotiating the purchase of the business involves making an offer, which is usually followed by the seller counter-offer and bargaining to reach an agreement. If he is satisfied with the due diligence report, have the necessary finance available and are ready to sign a contract, he must consider how to structure the purchase. The most common structure include sole trader, partnership, company, and trust. The structure he chooses must be defined with key considerations including financial risk, personal financial exposure, requirements from outside partner or investor, expansion plans, federal and state tax efficiency. It's very important that he design the correct legal structure for his business before he signs a legal contract. Assets transfer attract tax such as stamp duty and capital gains. He also doesn't need to restructure his business soon after he has signed a contract, as this will attract unwanted tax and additional professional fees. After he and the seller have agreed on the price for the business and what the price goes there, he will usually draw a contract to give legal force to his agreement. A written contract ensures that both parties clearly understand what each is agreeing to provide, for what cost and for what method of payment. He should consult a legal advisor and accountant for advice on the tax and legal implication the transaction has for him. Purchase contract includes price, type, purchase, payment method, seller involvement after purchase, restraint of trade convenient, any other condition. Before advising into a franchise, carefully consider all the legal, financial, and business implications. Asking his accountant, lawyer, or business advisor some question will help guide his decision to of whether to buy a franchise. Therefore, you will need to get a copy of the code if he is buying a franchise business. The franchisor must provide him with the following: the franchise code of practice, franchise agreement, disclosure document, and the lease agreement for the premises. In a conclusion, buying a business is generally considered less risky than starting his own business. It can be cheaper to buy into a franchise that set up his own business, and the main advantage is working into an established brand. In a franchise business, the franchisor requires a developer doing business, ongoing guidance, systems, and assistance in return for periodic payment of fees and or purchase. Thank you for listening. That's the end of the presentation.